And welcome back. We have our first game in the lower bracket, our third game of the tournament against Kensaw White. They just lost an absolute ruler. It went also to game 3 as well. And now they are playing their second game, I believe, in the lower bracket. Or sorry, this would be their first game in the lower bracket, just like us. So we are both just coming off of an unfortunate loss. We'll see how that factors in. Oh, never mind. I apologize. They actually started in the lower, but they've been making their way up. And this is what I talked about, Dragon. So we just lost, and they actually have won the last 3 straight.
Oh.
So think about that. Oh, my goodness.
Well, Fuel's already up by 1. Now they're up by 2.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, the momentum doesn't seem to be enough to get them any goals to start the game right now. Just coming out to a red hot start. Ches, again, he's their last line of defense, but he's also their last line of offense because he's playing that, kind of sweeper. He's staying in the back lines. So if he is, if nobody is there, he's the last one that's going to come in, clean up it, and try to get a nice goal if nobody was able to off the first 2 shots.
And it looks like that Fuel is off to a really strong attack. But that goes right to a member of Kensaw. Does manage to steal that mega boost. It goes to McLean in the air. To Reeker. Ches is rotating out. Reeker takes flight. Gets the bump. It gets blocked at the last second by RL Gabo.
Yeah, it's some fun names we have on the other side. MK, Gabo,
and Ronem.
I like that. That's a cool one. And Reeker, a nice pass, and just misses wide. We've been seeing a lot of great passing plays, but unfortunately the last match, they didn't end up finding their mark, and they also kind of really haven't in this game as well. Just some kind of raw goals coming in from Ches getting, that cleanup goal. We haven't seen too many passing plays be able to hit their mark and find their home in the back of the net.
Yeah, and now Reeker, it's McLean.
Oh,
Oh, breakaway.
Oh my goodness.
Just walking it in.
What a play. That is some broken ankles right here. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Just right over him. A beautiful job. His teammates getting out of the way, knowing a goal is coming. 5 shots already for Reeker, but that is the first goal to his name. We are already halfway through. There's 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this game. Who is going to pull out ahead? And oh my goodness. 430 score for Reeker already with 2 goals. He's doing it by himself here with a little flip reset and then goes underneath. Just kind of playing, Kensaw was just playing a little bit too high there. He thought they'd go for maybe a flip reset and then play up kind of above that crossbar area, but opted to go a bit lower. And, it worked out in his favor. Kensaw, unfortunately, now is down 4-0.
They are, and with 2 minutes and 13 seconds left, still a lot of game to go. Things can change. A little bump. Ches and McLean trade and paint with each other there. A nice pinch from Ches, but it goes right to Gabo. Passes through one. It gets through, gets pinched on the crossbar, but that's some dead momentum. It gets hit to center. Ches bumps it out. It goes to McLean. He strikes it. A nice double tap off the wall.
McLean trying to
the
get
legendary triple tap.
McLean was trying to get a nice cheeky angle that we've seen a lot of so far already in this tournament, but couldn't get it there. And again, he tries. He centers the ball. That's a great pass. And their enemy strikes again. Ches hitting that crossbar and then also bouncing off the post. A little double doink there, if you will.
Their residents are extremely evil tonight.
They are very evil, as Leon would know, or Ethan, even.
Chris.
Or Chris. Or what was the girl's name? See, I haven't played.
There's Sherry, Ada, Claire.
Is there Grace or something like that?
Grace Ashcroft, that's the new one.
Oh, yeah. I know my stuff.
You do.
What can I say? And all I know is that there's only a minute left in this game, and Kensaw has not seen a ball go into the back of Fuel's net. A nice centered ball again. Reeker up by himself. A weird angle, but a great pass to McLean. McLean's already up in the air for that, as you can see. Look, he centers it up. He turns his car. He gets ready. He just jumps in the air, and he knows that Reeker is going to put it on a silver platter for him. And that he does.
So that means that's McLean 2, Rieger 2, Ches 1 in regards to goals.
Yeah, a nice even spread there, kind of like a charcuterie board, if you will.
Now I'm hungry.
I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
And
they're hungry for more kills, or sorry, for more goals. Again, I am stuck in this COD.
We've done a lot of COD, so
We have.
that's usually it. That nice bump. I think, but it doesn't matter. You get the goal. It's 6-0 and a hat trick now for McLean with 41 seconds left. Oh no, Spaghetti-O. There you go, Rieger.
Nice save by Rieger, just playing at the back there, and another goal by McLean. I wonder if goal differential comes into play at all with these points. Now, we're not sure. I don't believe it does, but, you know, they're just kind of showing off here. And you can even see at the very top, Ches was even waiting if something happened. He's always waiting just around, looking for an opportunity to strike.
He was perched. He was waiting there.
He was. He was sitting. Just like Spider-Man, like we talked about. They're all kind of Spider-Man in their own way. He's just sitting above, right? Sitting in that corner.
And there's a moment. Oh,
wow. Give him 5. And he has 5 shots. He's 5 for 5.
5 for 5, 8-0 with 23 seconds left.
It was
lucky number 777.
Wow, it was only 4-0 going into the minute mark, and now
it's
in just under 40 seconds, 8-0, 4 goals, 40 seconds. Wow. See, this is what we talked about. Whenever teams are, you know, down and it looks very bleak, you just saw Fuel score 4 straight in 40 seconds. Very impressive. The tides can turn so quickly. Kensaw could have been on the other end of it, actually scoring those goals, but unfortunately they're on the receiving end, getting 9 goals scored on them with still 4 seconds left to play.
9-0 with 4 seconds left. You can get 9 goals in 4 seconds.
You definitely, you can. Will you? You're not going to see it in this game. If I was a betting man, I would, unfortunately, for the, any Kensaw fans out there, I would put some money that we're not going to see.
Are they going
9.
for 10? They tried to go for 10, but it hit, and that is game 1 going to the side of Fuel Esports for this first lower bracket match, putting Kensaw White in the hot seat. And as confirmed, if they have not lost a game yet, could Fuel Esports break Kensaw White's undefeated streak and get them out of this tournament?
Yeah, because they already have the 1 loss to their name, and then they went through the lower bracket. So yes, they could knock them out of their tournament. We're seeing, this is ruthless now, right? We're seeing Fuel kind of be like these poachers of the sea of this lower, because we're deep into the lower bracket, almost like the sea, and we're coming there and we're poaching them one by one. It starts with Kensaw White and then whoever after that.
And then just climb.
Exactly, and then you start climbing up. Once you get out of that sea, then you go into the finals, that grand finals, and you start seeing the peak of the mountain. But then you gotta do a reset as well, a bracket reset. It's a whole thing, but we'll get there when we get there.
What do you think KSU has to do then if they want to try and at least survive to a match 3? Because it seems that Fuel Esports in every single department was dominating.
I mean, that's the thing. Like, realistically, if I'm going to be 100% realistic with you, I think the skill gap is a little bit too big for these two teams, right?
Ooh, okay.
I mean, 9-0, right? I'm not saying Kensaw is a bad team whatsoever.
No.
You saw they did a very good job. They saved some of these. But having 4 goals scored on you, right, like I said, in 40 seconds or even 5 in a minute, it just seems like the skill gap's a little too wide right now, which is totally okay. So to be honest, I don't see there anything where they can win. Can they manage the goals a bit less? I definitely do. And I think it starts with controlling the midfield and controlling a lot of the air. It makes sense that Fuel scores all these goals, and a lot of them are above the ground because they're kind of dominating in the air. It seems like, when it comes to even just mechanics-wise, there's huge mechanic jumps, especially when you get into aerial play. And you see, look, I'm telling you, Ches right there cleanly beats out that, and McLean takes the goal.
Just stealing the goal from Ches, who launches it. He's like, yeah, no, I'm just going to tap it and take credit.
Yeah, but like I said, it's in the air. As I was speaking about it, it's aerial mobility and aerial control is what's going to win you these games. And you can just see how much more practice this Fuel team is on aerials. It's just so much of a, a big gap when you can play above the ground, when you can play above the crossbar. McLean is going to show us exactly that, and he goes for one tap. Nobody is there to follow it up. I think he wanted to go for a little double tap, but wasn't able to get the tap he wanted. And Reeker, look at him, just playing with his food almost, just kind of using the ball, going around here. I mean, great job just by Fuel controlling this pace of play. A flip reset, nice play by Reeker, but an even better save by Kensaw.
Yeah. Goes to McLean again, down to the bottom. It's getting struck. It goes to Roam. Hitting through, goes to Ches, who manages to win that 50 a little bit. Hits over. Now they need to at least get out of their end zone. Roam goes through. It rolls through. Did McLean just steal it again? No, he did not, as Ches does get the goal.
Yeah, that was close to being a stolen goal here. I think McLean wanted it, but just wasn't.
A goal's a goal, but it's like, it's going in. It's like, I want credit.
Yes, he does. And, I mean, you can see the next time you see the scores of the Kensaw, you can just see they haven't even touched the ball as much as Fuel has. It's been super unfortunate. Like 64, that's the first save, right? He's got 100 score. The rest of the team, unfortunately, really doesn't have too much. They're just not able to find their footing. They're not able to kind of find a good possession.
Wasn't it a previous Rocket League cast I did with you where we talked about where we would really like to see if an update where you could see the amount of time both teams actually had control of the ball?
It is like how they have soccer.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this is, car soccer, right? It would be super cool to be able to see that because right now, I got to be completely honest, it's probably 95-5. I mean, with
these types of plays, yeah.
Yeah, just a fantastic job. Just so much constant pressure at all times. It's so hard to avoid a goal. It's inevitable. I feel as though Fuel is like Thanos here. They are inevitable. They're going to snap their fingers and a goal is going to appear on their side.
And it's working.
Wow, flying in there, just missing the mark was McLean. He's hungry for these goals. You talked about being hungry earlier. McLean is even hungrier for these goals.
He really is. And, that centering goes to Rome. Gets the pass one, gets past two. Little bit of lost control. Reeker so far on the back line gets a block to McLean. A demo and a bump to bring it through. Ches to send it. Hits it through off the wall and off the crossbar!
I don't understand what is going on. That's a very, very routine shot, but it is okay. A Reeker with a not very routine shot. That angle was absolutely nasty, and now McLean centers it for someone, but nobody for the side of Fuel is going to score here. And Reeker...
McLean just blocked Reeker's shot!
He really wants these goals for himself. Like I said, just hungry. Blood is blood at the end of the day, and he gets it. But an almost own goal there, it looks like here.
That was an own goal.
Yeah, Ches taps it right there, and then trying to save it, unfortunately puts it into their own net. Kensaw goes down 4-0. This is almost exactly like we saw last time, except it was a bit later.
I despise this crossbar with every fiber of my being.
Yeah, it's been the thorn in Fuel's side this whole time. But still, with that being said, they're winning, right? And convincingly, nonetheless.
4-0 with 1:37 on the clock. This is a very, very comfortable lead for Fuel Esports. These passing plays that are going on there, it's a lot of momentum stop, which is very, very worrisome for Fuel, especially Ches using up majority of their boost, McLean draining the entire tank that they have. A launch from Kensaw all the way, hits Fuel's crossbar. The MK misses the rebound, goes to Reeker, gets bumped out, gets over Reeker, bumping to McLean, gets demoed, it's rolling, hits the Ches, it gets redirected. Oh no!
They got a goal, and really nice redirection there. Look at that. Finally, for the first time, Kensaw White has a goal. Great redirection there. A little misplay from Fuel, and they take advantage of it just like that. snap of their fingers. That is how good they still are, though, right? That's a really tough redirection, but they make it look so easy. And now it is only a 3-goal lead for Fuel. The momentum has started to shift in Kensaw. Can they take advantage of it and score 3 with the last 50 seconds?
They potentially could, especially with how cherry-picky Fuel is being there a little bit. It's very, very risky to do those types of plays. Goes to McLean. He's using everything. Doesn't have enough boost to actually follow with the aerial. Goes to Ches. It gets through. Reeker overpowers a little bit. Has to survive on this backboard. Goes to MK where it bounces. That could have been in, but Ches gets the demo to McLean. To Reeker. Off the wall. Gets redirected by MK. Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, indeed. The Batman, as we talked about before. And nice pass there.
Oh, there you go.
And McLean with his second goal. Really should be his first because he did steal it. But that is okay. Ches with a beautiful, beautiful pass. I cannot stress enough. Ches has really, I mean, McLean's shots have been fantastic this tournament, but Ches's just ability to know exactly where to be is fantastic, and his passing has been on point. He's doing all the little things that need to be done in order for a team to win, and it doesn't show up always on the box score, but the box score does show Fuel winning 2-0. Great job by them. Very dominant win. I love seeing that, and now they're going to advance to their 4th game and the 2nd game in the lower bracket.
And as they keep going, that is KSU White being defeated. They are now eliminated from this tournament. Fuel Esports will continue. Producers, do we have confirmation knowledge? We are going up against Florida Southern Academy for our next fight.
That is awesome. I am very excited to see some Florida gameplay. See if they got some Gators, right? That's honestly, I don't know much about Florida, but I do know, about the Gators.
The only things I know about Florida is alligators and Disneyland.
Yeah, no, that's all I know as well.
That's it. Oh, and Miami.
Miami, yep.
Miami, Disneyland, and alligators is all I know about Florida.
Yeah, and, that's a very common destination for a lot of people, on vacation and whatnot. March break, even like during spring break, because, that's in like the States and whatnot. They get like a little spring break and then they go to Florida. It's a big thing. So, yeah, but, we don't have that spring break, which is fine by me. Fine by me. I'm enjoying working during this. I love watching some Rocket League, and
yeah.
I hope everyone at home is also enjoying as well.
Yeah, we're vibing. We're chilling. It's going to be a little bit of time, so we're just going to be just doing some chilling, relaxing, sounding like broken records, random out-of-pocket references. We have fun here. But as we kind of get ready for the next game, we are just going to probably hopefully just take a short break. Oh, wait, nope, we're getting told nope, we're going right into it. So let's just keep talking.
Yeah, we can talk about other things. I like, sometimes, like, there's only so much you can truly say about Rocket League, right?
That's true.
The one flaw, I never want to have, I never want to say anything bad. I love Rocket League. It's enjoyable to play. It's even more fun to watch and commentate. But, there's not they don't really have updates anymore, right? Which is fine. But, because there's updates, but there's no change of gameplay updates, right? Like you say in other things. So there's not a lot to talk about. Is there anything that you want to talk about, though? And unrelated to Rocket League, maybe not even video games,